Just had to speak about what I was going through.
Hi, my name is Dr. Amira Ogunleya, and I am a cosmetic dentist out of Miami, Florida. I was recently contacted by Tamar Braxton's team, who reported a very traumatic injury. She woke up in a pool full of blood and saw many fractured teeth on her floor. She flew to me immediately within 24 hours. Upon evaluation, I confirmed that she did in fact have several fractured teeth. She even had an avulsed tooth, which is a tooth that's come completely out of the socket. She also appeared to have a fractured septum. We were able to perform immediate oral surgery on her, and we were able to stabilize her for now as she continues to heal. However, she will require several appointments to get her fully to her original smile. We also recommended that Tamar immediately see a medical doctor to evaluate, which appeared to be the deviated septum, broken septum, and upon their evaluation, they determined that she did in fact have a fractured nose.
All of a sudden, stories start dropping. Funky done even tried to unalive Tamar. I send this to her. I send it to her. And I write, girl, this thing is starting to grow legs. And she writes back, I'm lost, I'm confused, I didn't say anything, I'm in the hospital. Now what I could do with that? At the point in which somebody tells you they're in the hospital, you can't continue bothering them with petty internet drama. So when she hit me with the Uno reverse, I'm in the hospital, I just wrote back, you know what? Don't worry about it. Get well. I can weather this. I've weathered worse.
Okay, stop what you're doing. No, I'm dead serious. I'm officially calling for Hollywood to create a brand new Oscar category, and it should be called Best Performance in a Fictional Near-Death Experience.
The toxic me.
I mean, hate the bitch.
Who?
The Muppet.
Because Tamar Braxton would sweep. So you know, she popped up on the internet a few weeks ago talking about she almost died. I struggled to write this, but everyone keeps calling me, and honestly, I can't even really talk anymore, I'm so weak. I almost died Sunday. I was found in a pool of blood from my friend with a face injury. As the days go by, the worse it is. I fractured my nose, lost some teeth, and mobility. The way I look at life now is totally different. As my health is on the mend, my mental journey begins. Pray for me for real. I don't even know what happened to me. And woke up in a pool of blood. A pool, sis. Not a puddle, not a splash, a whole pool. Immediately my antennas went all the way up. Because now, you know, Tamar lives for the drama of it all. But a near-death experience. That's a new level even for her. So she finally comes out with the official story, and it is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard in my life. She wants us to believe that she was sleepwalking. Yes, sleepwalking. Apparently, she sleepwalked so hard that she fell, fractured her nose, knocked out one tooth completely, fractured a bunch of others, and created this alleged pool of blood. And the kicker, she doesn't remember a thing. Oop, how convenient. I'm sorry, but what kind of sleepwalking is that? Was she sleep fighting with Undertaker in her dreams? Was she practicing for the MMA championship in her REM cycle? The math ain't mathin', honey. And listen, the first thing you do when you wake up thinking you almost died is not hop on Instagram stories to post a cryptic message. You call 911. But no, not Tamar. Her first thought was to alert the masses. Connect the dots, sis. That's not what a person in real trauma does. That's what someone launching a new project does. And the streets have been suspicious about this whole thing since the news broke, with some users even saying what we were all thinking. One person tweeted, Tamar Braxton is a nasty piece of girl. If you believe her, you'll believe anything. She is the perfect example of a church person who will turn you every which way but loose and weaponizes the Bible to feel above people. Nasty piece of girl's right. I mean, did she lie? The girl uses everything for a storyline. Why would this be any different? Then, To make it all seem legit, she releases this professionally shot and edited video with her dentist.
Tamar Braxton sharing her near-death experience.
I just had to speak about what I was going through.
Hi, my name is Dr. Amira Ogunleya, and I am a cosmetic dentist out of Miami, Florida.
Not a neurologist, not an ER doctor, but a cosmetic dentist from Miami named Dr. Amira. In the video, this doctor is breaking down Tamar's injuries with diagrams in a calm, PR-friendly voice. It felt less like a medical update and more like an episode of Botched. It was giving infomercial. Who, after a traumatic near-fatal accident, has the presence of mind to coordinate a film crew to interview their dentist? The whole performance was so calculated. They ruled out a stroke, ruled out a seizure, so the only thing left is sleepwalking. Please. That's not a diagnosis. That's the last option on a multiple choice test you didn't study for. The audacity of them to package this story up with a neat little bow and expect us to buy it is just insulting to our intelligence. And, of course, the whole mess got people talking. Somebody tweeted, "Tamar Braxton is a shitty person and a toxic ass attention." Now, that might sound harsh, but let's look at the timeline, shall we? This near-death experience happens right as she's promoting her new EP, Heartbreak Retrograde. She even dropped the whole visual with Mendice's hair is right in the thick of it all when everyone was supposedly worried about her health. Hold up, it gets worse. She's capitalizing the word friend in the caption, like she's trying to squash rumors, but all it did was throw more fuel on the fire. It's a classic move. Create chaos, drop a project in the middle of it, and watch the numbers go up. Marketing, marketing, marketing. And I'm supposed to feel bad for her. I'm not saying nothing happened, but the way she blew it up and curated the narrative is just messy, messy, messy. Now you know Funky Dineva, bless his petty heart, was not having any of it. He got on his platform and said what the rest of us were thinking. He called her out for the whole thing being a desperate stunt. And honey, Tamar did not like that. They got into this whole back and forth, and he called her a toothless Muppet.
I'm a Muppet, I'm a snagger-tooth. You're right, I'm a snagger-tooth. I have teeth, but I can't chew. Can you imagine how that feels? I'm a Muppet. Yeah, I look like a Muppet. I'm a Muppet.
I screamed. He asked if the pool of blood was Olympic-sized, a kiddie pool, or just a little bit of blood you spit in the sink after brushing too hard. Whew, the shade of it all. But he was right to question it. And Tamar trying to play the victim in that situation was just laughable. You created this circus, now you're mad that the clowns are showing up. Please, make it make sense. It's wild. Because some people were genuinely confused by the beef. Like this one person who tweeted, "I'm confused, what did Tamar Braxton do to Funk Dineva?" Bunky got dragged because of his commentary, and his commentary alone on her situation. She didn't even say anything about Funky Dineva. Sis, how are you confused? Tamar put out a ridiculous story, and Funky, like the rest of us with sense, called it out. He wasn't dragged for his commentary. He was praised for seeing through the nonsense. Tamar's silence was the problem. She let this narrative of a crazy accident run wild for attention, and he wasn't going to be a pawn in her game. Not everyone is falling for it though. The smart ones are looking at this story with the side eye it deserves. I saw one tweet that said, "I still believe Tamar Braxton got jumped, not buying the sleepwalking angle." And you know what? That's way more believable than sleep fighting. But if she got jumped, why would she just say that? Oop, maybe the reason why she would have gotten jumped isn't so glamorous. Maybe what happened at V12 Lounge with Mendice's didn't stay at V12 Lounge. A lie just creates more questions. And this isn't a one-time thing, this is a pattern. She's always in the middle of some high-stakes drama, whether it's with her sisters, talking about them trying to drag her into a cult, her public breakdowns, or her very messy relationships. The girl thrives on being the center of attention, and when the spotlight starts to fade, she creates a new crisis. It's exhausting just watching it. Another person on the internet said it perfectly. Tamar Braxton Live is nothing but a bunch of gaslighting. That girl is a dangerous individual to be around. And that's the real tea. She manipulates situations and emotions to fit whatever narrative she needs at the moment, and she'll paint herself as a victim, a survivor, a warrior, whatever gets her the most sympathy and clicks. She's not just messy, she's a master of spinning the story. So no, I don't believe she almost died from sleepwalking. I believe something happened and she saw an opportunity to turn a minor incident into a major spectacle for album promotion. She saw a chance to play the martyr and she took it. And this whole curated recovery with the dentist videos and the cryptic Instagram posts about how she can't run or chew. Girl, please. You're not recovering from a near-death experience. You're on a press tour for your latest drama. It's wrong, wrong, wrong. And for her to use something so serious as a potential marketing tool is just low. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a gossipy bestie with a coffee cup. But the streets are talking, and they are saying exactly what I'm saying. You can't fool all the people all the time, Tamar. We see you. Okay, guys, let me know what you think about Tamar's whole situation. Do you believe her or nah? Let me know down in the comments. I will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.